Hello guys and welcome to Trailer Tours. I'm Justin Smothers here with my partner Zachary Goldsmith, and today we're going to be talking to you about some of your favorite movies such as Blade, Deadpool, possibly Jurassic World, and even possibly the Marvel franchise. So to start off, little do you all know that Marvel has been talking to Wesley Snipes about a possible Blade comeback to do a Blade 4 movie. Basically, he talked to Marvel a couple months ago about basically how would they do it if he were to come back with a new movie. How would they make it? Would it be rated R or PG-13, and why would they make it that? And basically he told Marvel he thinks that the character will fit into the MCU right now, which is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because they're in their newest phase, and he feels as though his movie, which is one of the first Marvel movies to really produce big, could make a possible comeback and could be one of their best movies. So with that being said, me and Zach are going to discuss today if that movie should come back, and if it does come back, how we think it would fit into the MCU, and if it would actually fit into the MCU. So I'm gonna let him go first, say what he thinks.
All right, so Blade. The character of Blade is, like, in my opinion, is a rather interesting topic, because when people look at Blade, they just see another random comic book character. But Blade is actually like one of the most well-known Marvel black superheroes. Yeah. Not everybody sees Blade as black. They must just see Blade. He kills other vampires and stuff like that. Yeah. But Blade is like he's real life made like a real impact when it comes to movies in general, because mostly everybody knows Blade. So like when you talk about Blade, it's more like you don't talk of him. Not even though a lot of people know of Blade, they don't know of him as a Marvel
character. When you think about it, you think about just like a random movie. Yeah, because I didn't even know till sometime this year that he had a cartoon anime series. Even though I don't think it's better than the movie, the trilogy that they came out about the movie. To me, I think that the movie is really better than anything from the comics to to the cartoon. But yeah.
So in regards to them making a new Blade with let's talk about that first. You just said they was trying to make a new Blade. He thought like Wesley Snipes is talking to Marvel about making a new one or whatever, right? Mm. Okay, Wesley Snipes is at that age that it might be like, is this a good idea to do this movie? Because I don't want to like do a backflip and then break my hip. Or is it like, or would it be a good idea to do because I think fans would love to do the franchise or whatever?
I mean, well, if he was to do it, I mean, he would have to do. Well, they have stunt doubles, but at the same time, I think he would have to do some of his own stunts. But he is pushing, like, I think he's in his 50s.
Oh, yeah.
Because he did go to jail for a while. So to me, I think, like, he would have to do his own stunts. If you watch the first three, he did do some of his own karate stunt moves, things like that. So he would have to do some of them. But I think you can't really have that character just do, soft things like just kick a person, like on the Steven Seagal movies after he kind of gains weight, he really he wasn't able to do what he did when he was younger. So I think with Wesley Snipes, if they were to bring it back, they would have to tone it down, which is why I want them to, because I think as a fan I would love to see come out with a fourth one and to really end it with the fourth one, because I don't think they even expected to end it with just three, because after he went to jail they were probably like, all right, we can't, because he went to jail for a couple of years. But I think because that happened, they had to. So what I think personally.
I mean, like, the real thing about it is, like I said, the age thing. That's probably going to be like one of the biggest factors. Yeah. But if let's say they did decide to do a Blade 4, but instead of using Wesley Snipes, they decided to use someone else.
Only person that they probably would use is the only really black, like, wouldn't really call him an action actor, but he's like the only black actor that has really been in any action roles, like Michael B. Jordan. He was in Chronicle, he was in the new Fantastic Four, and now he's in Creed. So there's really no other black, male actor out there that really has the character persona to play Blade. And I don't think to play Blade, and I don't think it's really any other actor that, they would probably choose. But I don't think he should do it because he's kind of, I'm not going to say he's up there with Will Smith, but he's kind of like Will Smith. You see him in so many roles that you wouldn't really see that character. You'll just see Michael B. Jordan playing. Blade. You won't really see Blade. Like when Wesley Snipes played Blade, Wesley Snipes had a lot of roles, but he wasn't a fighting actor. So when you saw him play Blade, you saw Blade. You didn't really see him playing a typical role.
Yeah. I'd probably say, in my opinion, the only other person that could actually take that persona of Blade and make it his own, and who also he Wesley Snipes is he's a known martial artist.
Yeah.
He used to do has a whole bunch of other movies before that he did Blade where he was doing martial arts and stuff like that. So the only other person that's like somewhat in his prime that like knows how to do martial arts and could possibly do his own stunts. I don't know if you heard of him, is Michael. I think it's either Michael J. White or Michael Jai White.
I've heard of him, but I don't remember what he was in.
He was actually in Why Did I Get Married? He was in both of those. Why Did I Get Married movies, little Top Harry Jones. And he was in a movie called Undisputed 2.
You know who else might be good in that? Idris Elba. Only because of his accent. Only because of his accent. Because you would think like he has that very raspy, but you know, and the accent and everything like that. Yeah. It would be weird. But then again, with him, you wouldn't see Blade. You would just see Idris Elba playing Blade. That's the only reason why I don't think they would pick a known actor to play. And plus, he's about to play Bond. So you got to think he won't really have time.
He's already got some big stuff coming up. So that's probably not going to be something on his list.
Yeah. All right. So on to the next topic. Deadpool. The movie Deadpool is coming out about a good 4 or 5 months. With Ryan Reynolds, who was actually in the third Blade, and once again he played in Marvel. He was in the third Blade. The movie Deadpool is coming out in about 4 or 5 months, 2016. How do you think that's going to be, and are you looking forward to it? Do you think it's going to crash? Do you think people are going to love it? You know, do you think they haven't really came out with any trailers for it yet? It's only been that one trailer that they came out with. So do you think they're going to come up with plenty more, or they're going to wait until a month or two before?
I mean, real life, when you think about it, it's more like now because Deadpool is such a he's a comedian as well as an assassin. Yeah. So he's gonna say a lot of stuff that's probably not gonna be PG-13 type stuff to say.
Oh, no, that's rated R. He already said like no one, and it's funny because there were outcries of people when Marvel was saying, all right, we're gonna rate it PG-13. Like tons of people said, all right, I don't even know what the script is, but I'm not seeing it because if you watch, and I don't really read comics, but people are saying like, oh, if you read the comics, he curses a lot, so how y'all gonna put it in the movies and make it PG-13? It won't be the same character. I'm not supporting it. So they were kind of like back into a corner to say, all right, we got to make it rated R, because if they didn't, people were not gonna see it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about though, because it's like he's gonna be talking about rated R stuff. He's gonna be doing rated R stuff. Pretty much the whole movie is gonna be just rated R content in the whole movie. Yeah. So a large majority of Marvel's fan base is pretty much, you could say, like teens and little kids. So that's why in movies, that's why in like the Avengers that came out, in the earlier Hulks that came out, in the earlier Spider-Mans, all of those were PG-13s. Yeah. This one's gonna be, this is like actually besides the 3 Blades that came out, this may be
their first R-rated movie since Blade Trinity.
Since the 3 Blades.
And which is crazy because if you look at Ryan Reynolds' character on Blade Trinity and then you look at him in this newer movie in Deadpool, they literally are the same exact character persona, the same exact one. Pretty much. He says the same exact stuff.
They dress different and they use different weapons. That's the only.
Yeah, and that's the only thing.
And
it's
the
like
difference between them in real life.
They're taking that jump to put Deadpool, and I don't think that Deadpool is going to tie into the one that they already have now, the MCU that they have going on now, which I feel as though they should try, but I don't think that they will. But I just feel as though like he's not going to tie into it now, so I don't think that they really want to try and tie Blade into it because Ryan Reynolds played in that movie, he won't really fit into his own role. So that's kind of another thing that they're looking at.
I mean, like real life, when it comes down to it, he wouldn't. Deadpool, characters like Deadpool and Blade, they wouldn't fit in the current MCU universe or whatever. Yeah. Because they're the most violent. The two of them are literally the most violent characters of like besides Punisher, but Punisher
he hasn't had
that's another thing.
Either.
Punisher he's not in anything too.
Yeah, but and if you look at it like if you look at the MCU now, nobody has died really. Like Loki came back. Like people don't die, they always come back. Like no one has really died.
What's the name?
Quicksilver?
He's coming back. He didn't. How?
They already say he's coming back. Yeah, they're bringing him back. They're bringing him back. He was on the set of the last movie. He's coming back too. No one has really died, so you got to think they wouldn't really bring characters back that are known for killing people to do a movie where no one dies. But with a couple more minutes left, basically on to the next topic, Jurassic World. We both saw that. When it comes to that, they said that they're going to do, I think, 3 more movies. And also Planet of the Apes are coming out with a few more, with like 2 or 3 more movies. Which one of those are you most happy to see, and how do you think they're going to have the storyline go for 2, 3 more movies? Because they already said that that's what they're going to do, each studio.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I've always been like, ever since I was a kid, I've always watched Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park has forever been like one of my favorite movies since like childhood.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm more excited for that. But what I think it might be about is the I forget what the scientist's names was. What his name was.
The Asian one?
Yeah. He literally, like, at the end of the movie, he pretty much left. So I feel like he's gonna come back in the next one and start doing. He's gonna either create another dinosaur, or he's gonna do. Yeah, most likely he's gonna do that. He's gonna try to create like some type of little special forces dinosaur task force or something like that.
I was thinking the same thing, because you got to think, even like, I hate to say it, but propaganda has always happened. So because war is sort of like a thing now, why wouldn't they have war be a big topic for the movie? So like the guy said, matter of fact, the guy said in Jurassic World, imagine a whole, fleet of dinosaurs going out, into Iraq and Iran and fighting people. And it seemed kind of stupid, but at the same time, movie studios have always been known to throw Easter eggs into movies and say, all right, well, this is what our next movie is going to be about, but we're not going to let you know. We're just going to let you hear this little snippet, and people probably look it off. But it might be about that. So on to Planet of the Apes. They said that they're coming out with another movie. What do you think that one may be about?
Planet of the Apes is it's okay. The first one, in my opinion, was like, I watched it once and then that was pretty much good. Like it's not one of those movies that I like. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna watch it this day.
And watch it again and again.
I'm gonna watch it again. Okay. It's more like one of those things I'm gonna watch once and I'm gonna be good with that. But the second one, I'm not gonna say the second one was boring, because that joint got live, like real live at one point. Like
it was more of a battle. Like I said, the first one was more about building the story, and the second one was more about trying to get you some action to see on screen.
Yeah. So the third one, like, I don't know if the third one is gonna be.
Well, they kind of said what it's gonna be about. They said what it's gonna be about, but I'm gonna let you say what you think, and I'm gonna let you kind of know.
I feel like it's gonna have something to do with the fact that either you're gonna be down to like your last human set of population, or something like that, or all the apes are gonna try to migrate someplace else because wherever they're living at is not going well or something like that. I really have kind of no idea about it, but I'm just interested to see if they're gonna make this one because in my opinion, the second one and the first one, those were just a watch once, one and done type movies. I want to see a movie where it's like, I want to watch this again and again and again and again.
Well, basically, with spoiler alert for anybody that doesn't like to get spoiled about some of their movies that they like, but they said basically the studio said the third one is going to be basically about Caesar getting pushed into the god status, where it's like there's going to be a war. I think it's either between the monkeys and humans, or monkeys and stronger monkeys, and basically Caesar's going to fight, and he's going to go so far into the fight that he's going to likely he's going to die. And he's going to have offspring, but he's going to get pushed to that god status where all the monkeys praise him, and he's going to be seen as the monkey king. So that's basically how that's going to go. And they were saying basically that's why to me they're probably going to come out with a lot more, where it's going to be it's him, his offspring, and then his offspring's, and it's going to probably go for a good 7 movies. You think Fast and Furious had a long rap sheet of 7 movies. This is probably going to have a lot more, because if you're thinking about it, if he's going to be their god, if you've seen the creation of their god, then you're going to probably understand why they're praising him and things like that. But yeah, from Deadpool to Blade, Jurassic World, Planet of the Apes, those 4 movies are movies that have been blockbusters for a while. I don't know if they're coming out with a new Blade. I hope they do. I think Deadpool is going to be a great movie. Jurassic World and the next one after that, I'm eager to see, and even the next Planet of the Apes movie, I'm eager to see that. So this has been Justice Smothers and Zach Goldsmith. You're watching Trailer Tours, and we'll see you all next time.